Welcome to the Mario era chapter 153.
153 de Mario. It's me. It's Mario. We're like portal pirates. We need to be portal pirates. We got to be off-season champs. In order to be off-season champs, how you doing? How's everybody doing?
How you doing?
How you guys doing?
It's us in that
Hey, hey.
There's Deshaun.
There he is.
Hercules.
How we doing, boys?
It's the off season. It's officially heavy in the off season now, and the portal happenings have pretty much happened. I know we're waiting on a couple potential scenarios. So I don't know. It's the off season. We got 5 questions coming up. We've got bowl games this weekend. Right? It's this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Semis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God. Let's
For
get it
sure.
over with already.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. Before I will say this before we go into anything, we are all sending our thoughts and prayers for those who pray out to the people in Southern California. That is horrific, like truly horrific. I have some friends out there, some associates out there in Santa Monica who got what do you call that? Evacuated late last night because it was starting to get too close to them. 0% containment, Ro. 0%
It's horrifying out
containment.
there, the video.
They can't do anything about it.
30,000 folks evacuated.
Have you seen Pacific Palisades?
Oh, yeah. It's
It's
that
gone.
video of James Woods
It's gone.
yesterday. Yes. Yeah. It's
A community. So anyway, I had to say something about that. It's awful. I can't stop watching it. It's just disgusting.
Jen and I were watching it last night in the news, and our mouths were just aghast, and we were just, and I'll be honest with you, I mean, but the more this stuff happens everywhere else, give me the hurricanes and maybe some little bit of sea rise. I think I'm where I want to be. Just the natural disasters everywhere else are going nuts, man. Tornadoes, fires, all this is insane. There's tsunami rivers and everything. It's ridiculous. Oh, I'm good in Florida.
And who thought that would be the case, right? Because a lot of people look at us like disadvantageous. The thing
And
about
on the southeast side, even.
I know.
Yeah.
You don't even want to be on the west coast of Florida.
No,
You don't even want to
no.
be in the Gulf of America.
You want to be in the
anymore.
Tri-County area. It's the safest spot in the country.
Sure, it's disadvantageous. We're like in the hurricane.
America.
Yeah, the Gulf of America.
Well, that's what it is. Evidently, I don't know.
It's disadvantageous, yeah. We kind of just stick out in no man's land, and we just attract. We're like a magnet for hurricanes. But the thing about hurricanes, you have plenty of warning.
Right.
You have plenty of warning. I mean, Publix and Home Depot are going to let you know about it way in advance, right?
That's right. Come get your water.
And the Weather Channel.
Yeah.
Like when that one dude starts
When that
showing
one
up,
dude shows up,
yeah, you know it's go
getting
time.
busy.
Jim Cantori.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, Jim Cantori. When he shows up, it's go time. But at least you have warning. Those people had zero warning.
Sunday afternoon, none of them had any idea they weren't going to have homes, and then they knew there was going to be these crazy winds, and there might be a chance. But
So
bro,
that-
what we're seeing is
Steph had mentioned something about that.
100-mile-an-hour winds.
It's called the Santa Ana
winds. Yeah,
Santa Ana winds. Is that what it's called?
that's what they call it. Yeah.
But do they have it every year? Is this like a thing, like an annual event?
Bro, that's hurricane winds, 100 miles an hour.
I know.
Like that's insane.
Think about trying to contain
Let's see.
There is no.
a fire with that type of wind.
Can't.
You can't. Literally, you can't. You've seen it. They told
All right.
an hour ago. I saw
Wikipedia.
there's 3 fires, 0% containment in all 3 of them. Like, what is? I don't understand. First of all, they live on the ocean, but they have no water.
Right. How is there no water?
There's no water there.
And remember all the rain they got like a year ago. Like remember it was crazy. Like the reservoirs were refilling and lake beds that were dry had rivers again, like lakes. Where'd all the water go?
Did you know that?
I don't know.
I had seen something about like up north of them, they have all of these mountains. Not even in California, but like up into Canada and stuff, right? Where it's really
Our
cold.
51st state?
Yeah.
Awesome.
But it's really cold there, and all the water gets diverted that melts out into the Pacific.
Into the ocean.
Instead of bringing
Like a
it
reservoir?
down into a state that has no water.
Well, if they were the 51st state, they would be willing to share, but apparently they're not willing to share.
Well, maybe
All right.
And the fighting Justin Trudeau.
they got rid of that guy.
Yeah, he gone. Hold on. Before we move on. So Santa Ana winds are also known as the devil winds.
Oh, well, yes.
So typically about 10 to 25 Santa Ana wind events occur annually. A Santa Ana can blow from 1 to 7 days, with the average event lasting 3 days. So this one seems to be about on average. Longest one ever was a 14-day one back in 1957. But no damage like this before. This is like, and dude, how about the fact that State Farm got out of the canceled half those policies?
That's a whole different episode.
You
Right?
pay into it. Your
The-
whole
See the
Legislature-
video of the
life.
guy and the dog in the
Legislature
house? You
wouldn't
see that
let
one?
them raise rates.
Say it again.
They pulled out. The California legislature would not allow them to raise rates where they wanted to put them, so they backed out. Insurance is a risk game, people. They're not going to just take a loss. If you don't let them raise your rates, they're going to leave your state. I'm sorry, it's cruel and heartless, but that's how the business works. Like, bro, you can't. Listen, we see it here. Our homeowners is a mess.
Oh, it's
Getting
disaster.
better. It's getting better.
No, it's
It was worse 18 months ago.
I don't know.
Anyways, let's move on to some fun stuff.
Yeah.
How about before we get to, oh yeah, so let's go to Greentree.
Already?
Flight 72.
Already?
Flight 800.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We've got everything going on right now.
Yeah.
There's some good
Do we
ones.
have that guy's
new
name?
ones.
What's his name?
I don't even know his
Because
name.
we're pleasantry ridden when it comes to Deshaun. We need to
John
get that guy's name.
Smith.
He married Pocahontas. he's
That who
a
married
descendant.
Pocahontas?
What are we doing? A Disney remake right now?
I mean,
John
come on.
Isn't
that
John
guy's-
Smith the
come
Brigham
on,
Young guy?
seriously.
Yeah.
Bill Miller.
Oh God.
You're just giving him some generic name.
100%.
This is really not good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Thanks, Bill Miller. What
So
about Reggie Miller? There you go, Reggie Miller. He's
Have we
forever
ever
famous.
had a legitimate shot? When's the last time a Kane was legitimately talked about going number 1 overall?
Ooh.
That's a great question. Think about it before you say something
when?
stupid.
Like, I don't know.
I'm going to think about that for a second.
Like, I don't know. Like, what's the highest draft pick we've ever had? It had to be what, like a
We
offensive
top
lineman,
fives.
D lineman?
We've never had someone go. Have we ever had someone go 1 overall?
I don't think so. I think we've had top 5. Let's see, highest Canes. We should have done some homework on this.
Before you
No,
ask
this
this
is-
question,
this
you
is
probably should
brilliant
have
to
prepped
us.
us a little bit.
This is
No,
why I'm toast.
this is brilliance. Well,
There's no way we've had somebody go 1 overall.
I don't believe so.
I mean, you think
Okay.
of the impact of some of the guys. I know Warren Sapp was high up. In
Yeah,
the draft.
that's. I was going to say, is he our highest?
Yes, we
Jer-
have.
Jerome Brown.
Oh, no,
would-
we haven't.
No, we
should have. I mean, with the impact that Jerome Brown had, but I don't know.
So it looks.
Don't say Ken
this-
Dorsey,
this is
'cause it wasn't Ken
This
Dorsey.
is doing a quick look here on Wikipedia. It's got a whole list of it. We've definitely had a bunch of. Oh yes,
Oh,
19. What pick was this?
What
You
is
say
it, Ted
honor?
Oh, that's
Hendricks?
overall. They have the round, the team's pick. So the highest pick right now is Eddie Edwards, 1977 of the Cincinnati Bengals, number 3 overall defensive end.
Huh, never heard of the guy.
There you go.
I'm not even kidding.
This is Miami, Florida, not Miami of
bro,
Ohio, right?
Bro, Vinny.
Vinny
Vinny.
went what?
Vinny went 1.
He went 1?
Tampa Bay, 1 overall. 1987.
Oh.
After he threw 5 picks
Yeah.
against
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
team that's playing for it all right now.
Benny Blades went 3 overall.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, my boy Cortez in 1990
Yeah.
went 3 overall.
There you
Oh, Russell Maryland went
Russell Maryland.
number 1.
Number 1. I was going to say
Cowboys,
Maryland, but I
number
didn't
1.
think he went that high.
Mm-hmm. So he's the last one. Edge went 4. McKinney went 7. Andre went 3.
Good pick.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's it.
Dominant. But now with Tennessee having the first overall pick, it seems pretty likely that Cam Ward is going to take it on to the
Let me ask you a question.
the Tennessee two-step.
I'm going to ask you a question. I could piss some people off here.
Oh, Jesus
to me.
Christ.
This is a record. We're pissing people off. I mean, how long has the show been going?
He's gonna get drafted 1 overall.
Mhm.
It's gonna say he's the newest Miami Hurricane to be drafted 1 overall. Is he really?
A
I mean, is
hurricane?
he really
Is he really?
a hurricane? Yeah.
I
So
mean,
I get what you're saying. I get
he
what
was a
you're
rent.
saying
He was a
because
rental.
yeah, but this is
1
where
year,
he
and
finished.
I
Rented
know,
him.
I know, but it was this season at the Miami Hurricanes that put him on the precipice to become number 1 overall. He didn't do it at Washington State because if he would have, so it's in his, interest to say the University of Miami.
I'm
He
with
was
you. I'm
more.
just saying, like, it's not.
I
It's
get it though,
just
because in the
different.
game of musical chairs, he was sitting on the other chair a lot longer than he was sitting on our chair. It's just when the music stopped, we happened to be the right chair. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But it giveth and it taketh away, because some of these
Listen,
guys that
yeah.
are going to leave us and get like Burchard for SMU. Somebody else went to SMU today.
DVD going to be
Those
saying,
guys,
"Yo, SMU on Monday Night Football." That's what he's going to be saying. Yeah,
exactly. So,
Mhm.
you take it when it's in your favor, and then you got to give it away when it's not.
Yeah, Tyler Van Dyke, starting quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah,
Pony up.
SMU.
Yeah.
Pony up.
Joe
Pony
Burrow
up.
Joe Burrow's like, I'm out. I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh
Give
my
it to Tyler.
God.
That's
Listen, it's
amazing.
insane. I've had to. I'll be honest, man. I've had to like kind of over the last week. Personally, I've just kind of had to mentally wrap my brain around the fact that moving forward, all this, it's just for a year. I can't be attached to any of these kids. I can't be looking forward to watching them grow and develop, because chances are they won't be doing it here. I can't. I got to stop the way I was being a fan. I can't let myself have that connection anymore, because they're just going to walk away, and I don't want to be miserable and pissed off. So I just got to stop having that connection.
It's long overdue. They got to go ahead and get like some NFL restrictions and rules up in this place, because it's the wild, wild west. We keep telling you the easy fix is you have to have at least 2-year commitments, so you can get a little attached, right? It's not a summer fling at that
But
point.
that's part
It's a
of it, though. Like,
relationship.
part of watching your team grow is like watching a kid grow. Like, that's fun. That's cool, watching someone get better every single year and being developed. And that's like
Remember
gone.
we used to talk about like the
It's
guys that
gone.
were coming back next year, and
Right?
we couldn't wait to see them
Oh, he
after
finished so
after
strong.
spring and summer, and how big you don't even get to see the photos anymore of their development in the weight room. Those are all
No.
gone. So the kooks that were sitting around waiting for the photos to come out of the half naked kids, they're all built up now. You don't get to see them anymore. Sorry.
They're gone. They left for another one. You got to bring in new kids, and you never see them with their shirts off. I was laughing so hard about a tweet probably like 10 minutes before I jumped on. I think the kid's on his 5th transfer school. He's like, buddy's trying to start his own conference. That's how many times they transfer. This one kid is transferred. He's on his 5th school. He's starting his own conference.
Well, and
I
now-
do
His own
I do
conference.
love the hey, let's get to work at your third
Yeah.
school in 3 years. Like it's just for what, dude?
Well, but now, and we didn't even talk about it when it happened a couple weeks ago. So now they made a rule. Your JUCO rules do not count towards your 4.
Well,
Right.
if for
So
baseball,
JUCO
that's
players
huge.
now get 6.
Yeah, we don't really see a lot of JUCO kids.
might now.
I mean, you might, yeah, exactly. But hear me out. Most of the kids do go to Division I, where I feel that the sport that's going to go ahead and that's going to change radically is baseball, because now you get those tweener kids go. It doesn't even count in your eligibility. So
Mhm.
then by the time you're a freshman for the University of Miami, you've already played 2 years of junior college. Now you're 21, 22 years old. Now you're going to have guys 26 by the time they come out, 27 years old, playing still in collegiate sports. It's flipped on its heads, boys, but they have to make sense of it, which way or the other way. I do, though. I don't think that the JUCO thing is definitely going to translate into football, but I just think it's going to translate more into baseball. For sure. For sure.
I'm with you there.
Forever.
I don't know.
Ever and ever.
Well, to that end, a lot of folks, Ro, have been talking about a overseer, a commissioner, if you will. They've obviously been thrown at the Saban name, which I think is completely just an awful. First of all, listen, he's retired. He wants to do his TV thing. I think the last person in this
Why
role
does he
is
want that?
73-year-old. He doesn't want that
Yeah,
hassle. You need someone young that's going to be around for 10 years that actually has a vision that can kind of push this thing forward. But what do you think about a commissioner? And you have any names?
No, I don't necessarily have any names, but I like where your head is at. I need somebody who's going to be able to like shoulder the load, right? You don't want somebody on the outskirts, right? You don't want somebody, you want somebody young who understands the landscape. What kind of background would you want? I mean, I don't even think coaching's the right background for it. I mean, I'm thinking this is like an
Administrative.
entrepreneurial kind of a like angle, CEO
Shark Tank
experience.
people.
Somebody like honestly,
Or give
it
it
would
to
be like who's
Kevin
the
O'Leary.
number 2 in the NFL? Who's the assistant commissioner? That's a guy because they run a business. They understand how the business aspect of media markets, TV deals, dealing with unions, because that might show up down the road, right? You're dealing with so many different avenues you didn't have to deal with 5-10 years ago. So I almost think it's that on the NFL side, like somebody in that realm who can right this ship, because I don't even think it should be a coach, to be honest. What gives a coach carte blanche in the fortitude to just say, yeah, that's him? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Nick would be bad at it, to be honest.
No, totally.
Yeah.
He's too partial to a conference.
Yeah,
Yes.
1,000%. He built
Yeah.
that conference, and
Yeah,
obviously
you
you see
can't.
what's happened the second he walked out the door. That conference is having a hard time. Texas, the same way. Scoop, you started off saying that Cam Ward's not really a Miami guy. Texas is not an SEC team. I mean, it's their first year in the conference. I mean, it's the same argument. I mean, most of those guys got recruited in when they were Big 12 kids, not SEC. So SEC is not being well represented this year in the playoffs. This is 2 years in a row.
It doesn't happen often with the Canes that we see a kid leave and go into the portal and go to a bigger, more established program than Miami.
Horrendous.
But man, there really was. I mean, someone's going to Georgia.
Well, Kobe Young did it too. All right, Kobe Young did it too. Now,
but that's an
No,
entirely different scenario, bro.
No, dude, they're not the same. It's not the same, bro.
It's not.
oh
it's
no,
not the
no,
same.
this is not good. This is
And
This
I will
is
tell
really
you,
not
look,
good.
we were
really
told,
not good. He got a really bomb there.
Ro and I were told by somebody that would know that he was out of position the entire time. So he'll probably go to Georgia and be a really good nickel corner,
Okay.
or corner,
Okay.
and play well.
All
He's
right.
just not a safety.
But
Well,
you know
we
what?
know
He's
that.
not a safety.
Yeah.
And James Williams was never a safety. And obviously you saw what happened. We all knew that James Williams was probably going to be a linebacker at the next level, which he is, and he's doing well. But at least James Williams could pull it off. At least he could
All
still,
I'm
even though he was
telling
out of
you-
position.
All
You
I'm
were out
telling
of
you is
position,
Georgia
Holmes.
took him.
Holmes. Oh, and that's the thing, because I'm like, ooh, the kid gloves are off, particularly with this one, because he was the spotlight. That was the guy on this season of Student of the Game. It's always going to find somebody, right? It's always going to find somebody. And that was the guy routinely followed. And I found myself having to pull the dogs off, because if I literally just put all the clips that I would see routinely, he could start his own weekly show and he would have 10 to 15 minutes dedicated towards him. So even though he was out of position, I still indict the University of Miami. I wish him well, but kid gloves were off because of how wretched his performance at the University of Miami was as a safety. It was terrible.
He'll be fine
Oh.
next year.
Of course
He'll
he
be an
will.
All-American next year,
Most
just like
likely.
Ivy. Ivy's kicking ass in the NFL.
I know.
Yes,
Isn't
he
it
is.
incredible?
It's insane. It's
What is
insanity at
wrong
best.
with us?
It's it truly is amazing. Here's the funny thing. Everyone said how good he was. And then on Saturdays, it was like, oh my God, there's 8 again. Right?
And this year was, oh God, there's 7 again.
But DJ Ivy, he's an all pro, for God's sake. It's unbelievable.
Always had the tools.
Reek is a shutdown corner up there.
Well, and we get the credit for Reek, right? But he was a Georgia guy for 2 years, and then he came in, so we get credit for that one.
There was
Reek's
Sam
doing well.
Shields.
Sam Shields was a receiver and then turned around. And you know what the funny part about Sam Shields was to me?
He had a great career with the Packers. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's what
He
I'm
was a
talking about.
rookie. He was a rookie. He was a rookie, and he won the ring his rookie year. And they needed him a lot to step up there. And then he got a Green Bay tattoo on his neck. And I'm like, I don't think you know how free agency works, kid. Look, I would never put an NFL logo. You can't even do it in college anymore.
He got the ring there, so that's okay.
Yeah,
good.
but still,
okay.
just looks awkward. Like next, now you're playing for the Vikings with a Green Bay tattoo.
They gotta
I
make-
don't know
they
where
gotta
he
make
went
that
after
for
that.
Playing
shit,
at all, and he's
so.
got a Green Bay tattoo because he won a title with them. That's cool as shit.
Yeah, buddy.
He can look at everybody on the Vikings and go, "You've never won one of these."
Yeah, and if you did, I'd put the tattoo on this side.
Yeah.
Oh God. I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
We're cursed. I don't know. Well, but look, he's addressing the secondary.
Big time.
Yes.
I mean, come on. We got a
Big time.
seven-figure secondary.
And if you think that the NIL doesn't, like, you don't even have a defensive coordinator. You don't even know who it's not going to be the same secondary coach, because that guy came over strictly from Guidry from Marshall. So you're going to get a new secondary coach too. I mean, it's only obvious. So you're pulling all these guys in the secondary. They don't even know who their coach is going to be. They don't know what system they're going to run. They don't even care. They don't even care. None.
They say, hey,
Zero.
coach, this is going to be better than last year? Yeah, man, it's going to be better. Okay.
How much you giving me, coach?
That's it.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
this is where we are. They literally
You're
don't have a D. We still have a DC. You guys realize everyone's like, oh, it's going to happen fast. No, it's not.
that was my first instinct.
If
And I was told
anything,
it was going to
if
happen
you've-
fast,
if you've
but they
paid
missed.
any attention to how this system operates down here, it's not happening quickly. It's not happening quickly. It won't. I haven't even thought about it until we came on this show, and you just mentioned that we don't have a DC.
And we got all these guys in the
That's how much I don't even pay attention now, because I know it's what are we doing?
I got you.
But here's the thing that I don't understand, though. The labored process of it
Mhm.
has done him no good.
So just make a snap. Just pick the first thing you see. Well, it couldn't be worse. Right?
Hire the hottest name. Hire the guy you're supposed to hire. Hire the guy everyone thinks you should hire. Because going through all of this stuff has not worked.
You know, that's an interesting point, Scoop, because it's just he's tried different avenues. Okay, the Broyles Award winner, Josh Gaddis, unfortunately, he got catfished. He got catfished, right? We understand that. That was not the guy calling plays. It couldn't have been. You kind of see it now because Gaddis has never really materialized since. He got the War Daddy, right? The guy that called him a program, right? All right, that's Steele. Great pick. So he went in two different avenues. Then the next year, he was like, all right, let me get the upcoming guy. I want to do a spread system. So that worked out for him, Dawson. And then he got Guidry, who was fine on paper, but he was coming from a mid-major. So you're like, I don't know.
We were all excited about Guidry with it. Well, I know
with the
100%.
system.
I love watching.
1,000%.
I love the chaos.
And he's another guy. Like, what we're going to learn is, too, that number 7 is going to go to Georgia, become an All-American, and then the next hottest name, probably 3 to 5 years from now, is going to be Lance Guidry as a coordinator. He's going to make more money than Blake Baker.
That's
right?
it.
He's going to make more money. But for some reason, when you're down here with these players and when it mixes, it's like oil and water. It doesn't mix right. And next thing you know, these guys commit like capital crimes, right? 778 yards was Blake Baker's. And then obviously Lance Guidry's was that he literally was a turnstile once conference starts. So I don't know where he goes.
Well, I'm going to kind of piggyback off what you said last week, which is tell me who the last really, really good defensive coordinator was here.
Randy Shannon.
Thank you. Why?
Boatload of
He's a
talent.
Miami guy.
No, because it was simple.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
was
there's
simple.
a point there.
It was a
But the game was simple
It
there.
was a simple. I understand, but it was a simple defense.
It
Well,
was a
how
simple
complicated
defense.
is
It
Al
was a lot of
Golden?
Just
zone
let
tennis.
kids play. As I've said for years and years, see ball, get ball, right? Can we just get a little bit less complicated? Little bit.
But what killed us? Scoop?
Fewer Emmys, huh?
Yeah, but what killed us this year? What killed us? They shifted and motioned. And the problem is, and where I'm saying the core prerequisite for South Florida is they're athletic and they play with raw instinct and they're uber talented. And they play in 7-on-7, which we didn't have that when we were in high school and we saw that. 7-on-7 blew up. And what's 7-on-7? All these pass trees, they put them in coverage. They can run simple zones. They do this. But what don't they do in 7-on-7s? They're not shifting emotion on 7-on-7s either. They're not doing it in high school. So it's not something that they see per capita. So at a certain point, how do you beat South Florida talent in South Florida? You just put them in a situation where they're a little uncomfortable. What do? You just dress it up with eye candy, right? Eventually, they got to learn. There's nothing you could do. I know what you're saying is because the best last defensive corner kept it simple, but the game has evolved. Randy Shannon wasn't facing RPOs and shifts and motions. People were lining up. I right, I left. A couple gun things, right? Fun and gun. I mean, Mark Richt was revolutionary when Randy Shannon was a coordinator. when he got to us, by that time, trying to run the same plays, it was the most antiquated vanilla offense I had seen in my career. So you got to adapt, but eventually these kids got to go ahead and face the music, because that's all you need to do right now. That's the Achilles heel for these guys down here. You just go ahead and shift the motion, and you just run them right out of a building. We saw it all year. Beep.
Well, no, but I mean, but listen, man, the Gators are stacked with South Florida kids. Their defense performed better. I mean, like,
Oh, they were
South
brutal
Florida
the year
kids,
before too.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
South Florida kids playing on SEC defenses all over the place, and I mean, they're able to. I don't. So come on. I mean, it can't just be South Florida kids can't do motion.
And you see it in the playoffs, and you see it in the NFL. Teams shift in motion. And you do not see the panic in other teams. that saw
No,
in
you
us this year.
don't. Like,
So-
it was remarkable the amount of confusion that was on the field.
So
I mean,
Oh. All right, so we got to take a quick break here. Underdog is the best place to cash in on all your takes during the playoffs. Which players are going off and which ones are ice cold? With over 5 million happy players and 2 billion won, Underdog makes it fun and easy to cash in on all of your favorite athletes' performances. With the Pick'em game, you can win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on the player stats like yards, touchdowns, interceptions, and more. Create entries with all football picks or mix and match across your other favorite sports. And Underdog is the only pick'em platform that puts the power of the cash out in your hands. Now you can either keep riding with your entry or tap win now, the button, and cash out whenever you want. We've been playing all season long. We're up like $400, and they're going to be with us into the winter and spring. Underdog is the best place to pick them. Download the app, sign up, promo code ORANGE in the deposit right now. You will get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. That is promo code ORANGE. All right, boys, we got 2 games to pick from here. It's the playoff games. So do you want to run with Notre Dame, Penn State, or Ohio State and Texas?
let's do Ohio State.
oh wait,
Texas.
There you go. I figured you'd say that, because let's go with some Jeremiah Smith, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. So-
over 192.
For what?
His yards are probably going
way
to be like
higher than what they got. All right, here's what we got.
I know. I'm kidding.
We got a
It's
lot
joke.
of we got a lot of bets for him.
Joke,
All right.
everyone.
Receptions, higher or lower than 5.5. Receiving yards, higher or lower than 85.5.
That corner's good.
Higher or lower than 1/2 rushing receiving touchdowns. Longest reception, higher or
Hold
lower
on.
than 30.5.
Oh, no,
Back
give
up.
us that. Give us
Back
us
up.
1/2 touchdown.
tell me he's
Jeremiah
not
Smith's
gonna
going to
have
get a
one?
touchdown. Yeah, he's going to get a touchdown.
He's going to get a touchdown. All right, so we're going to go
Yeah.
higher than
Mhm.
0.5.
Yes.
Correct.
All right, so that's our Jeremiah Smith bet. We got to go with someone from Texas now. So Quinn Ewers.
Yeah,
Sure.
yours.
All right.
Over half.
University of
interception.
Miami's starting quarterback next year. Go ahead.
So we've got his passing touchdowns is higher or lower than 1.5.
So he's going to get 2.
His passing yards higher or lower than 244.5. Completions higher or lower than 19.5. Passing attempts higher or lower than 34.5. And there's some first half and first quarter stuff you can bet on as well. Wow.
Oh, wow.
You
Let's
get,
let's hear
you get
those.
picks on there.
Yeah, we've got so first half passing yards higher or lower than 122.5, and first quarter passing yards higher or lower than 61.5.
Ooh.
And here's another one. Will he have the game high for pass yards? Will he have more than Will Howard?
They don't throw the ball a ton, but Jeremiah Smith and stuff like that. Wow, this is
It's a lot of bets here, bro. They
Does he
got.
not have
touchdowns.
interceptions.
Oh yeah,
No.
no, there's interceptions too. Hang on. I'm
more than 0.5.
it's point. Hang on. Son of a bitch.
0.5.
0.5,
0.75
yeah.
actually.
0.5.
0.5. He throws a pick.
He does. I
He
tried
does?
to get to that 3 minutes ago.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, Scoopy was very adamant. So he's going to throw 1 pick, and our boy's going to get 1 touchdown.
Beautiful.
In.
All right, we're good
Wrap
to
it
go.
Lock us in. Lock us
Lock
in.
it in.
Lock it
Lock
in.
it in. Locking
Lock
it
it
in.
up.
It's
You
been locked.
shut
All
your
right,
mouth.
boys and girls.
Legal.
All right. Let us continue on with the games.
All right. Good.
Timestamp that.
Yes, that was. Thank you, Scoob. You're
You're
very
welcome.
good at that. Look at that.
I am.
All right. So there's all other stuff going on. So while he's destroying the portal with the secondary, there's still an interesting secondary out there, and that would be with the number one guy on their board, Xavier Lucas,
Yeah.
who has now retained legal counsel.
Yeah.
We know
Now
him.
battle Wisconsin to be able to get into. Now I don't know if they'll let him go into the transfer portal for this one, or if it'll have to wait until the spring. I'm not sure
Oh,
how
they
this
should let
will
him go
work.
on the last one.
They should have, but this has turned into a very. I'm getting shades of is this going to blow up in Wisconsin's face like the Rashada thing did with Florida?
Of course.
I will say the last person you want to get involved in shit like this is Darren Heitner.
Yeah, he's kind of.
I like you. You
not.
don't. You just don't want to be in that situation.
But okay.
So, yeah, I don't see how this ends well for Wisconsin.
No, it pretty much looks, and you listen to or you read what Darren Heitner says. I mean, he's measured twice, and he's about to cut once. I mean, it seems pretty clear cut that Wisconsin had a duty to act, and they refused to act. And at this point, they're going to get egg on their face. So
at this point, they took Hill. That's our cornerback. So now just swap it out. Like you took one of ours.
yeah, no
I think
clue.
we get the better end of this.
Oh, big time. Big time. And if they do, they are by far the number one winners in the portal in terms of the secondary. I don't think whatever is remaining on the board, no team's going to amass it to the point where you can't say that the University of Miami completely pulled a 180 in their secondary.
Well,
they had to. They had to. Exactly. So that's what the portal does, because we could have gawked and been like, oh, wow, let's see what the secondary looks like without their shirt. Been weirdos about it. But the reality is I don't think no matter how much they toned up, I don't know. They had to go completely gut that. That was a complete reno. And
Yeah, they're doing a great job.
We'll see.
They're doing a great job. One area that they haven't quite touched on yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're past the opportunity here, to be quite honest with you. So I think we're riding into
no.
Why? I mean, you're riding into spring. You're riding into but you're riding into spring ball.
Oh,
that spring portal isn't
fair.
open until after spring.
Mm-hmm.
So you're riding into spring ball with
April.
three guys.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback room we're talking about, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Luke Nickel.
Yeah.
And people keep doing that debate, and I don't think Mario's in a position where you can bankroll the future on Luke Nickel right now, too. Because here's the other thing that I think people need to realize: you say, okay, Luke Nickel's the dude. He's the dude, right? We keep talking about the dude. He's the dude. You announce him that Emory Williams is in the portal, gone. Gone. Saying they're just guys are gone. Like they're not going to sit back while they're fresh. You have zero depth.
I got a question
Zero
for you.
depth if you go ahead and do that. So then you're going to have to go in the portal and not get a dude, but you're going to have to get somebody with a pulse, right? You're going to have to get multiple people with So it's not looking like a good. If that's the case, I mean, if Luke Nickel is named the starter, your quarterback room in general is completely gutted. If you get somebody that can come in and play like somebody, a dude, and you have Nickel, you have a good room. Luke Nickel will destroy your room if you name him starter. Don't think that he won't.
100%. And then he's got to play Notre Dame week 1.
Well, is Judd better than Emory?
Clearly not.
Well, he hasn't.
Well, I mean, do we even know? We haven't heard anything.
Well, we would know if he played.
Well,
But he doesn't play.
So clearly not.
Mean, at this point, when there was no audition, they wanted to see what Emory could do riding into next season. He did not pass that audition, and it wasn't even a foregone conclusion that they were going to look anywhere else other than them.
I asked somebody. I was like, dude, I asked somebody that question.
What?
There's no way Judd's worse than Emory, right? And all I got was LMFAO as a response.
Okay.
So I couldn't tell you, but that was.
Let me ask you this. So what was in that room that caused Reese to leave? Why? Where?
That's why I said. So Emory's better than Reese,
right?
Because Emory jumped Reese at a certain point throughout the year, and the coaches just had him that way on the depth chart. And
there's
that
no
was
way
something
he
that
jumped Reese. Like Reese has 6,000 yards passing in college. I mean, come on, bro. There's no way.
Practices matter. Practices matter, and those guys. Now it could be wrong, Toast. I see what you're saying. Like their evaluation could have been wrong. But it's not like you saw who they ranked them. It was Cam was 1, Emory was 2, Reese was out the door at that point. because he doesn't even have a chance to win the job this year.
Well, I'm wondering, like, when was Reese brought in strictly as a body? Was he even like legitimate? Like, was
I
he
think
lied to not even
no,
giving
he,
him a legitimate
if
shot?
he was, he'd still probably be here and be anticipating finishing up his degree at the University of Miami because he got to that point of his career
Right.
where he's like, I'm not probably going to go play. I'm not going to go keep chasing this thing. So you know what? Let me just University of Miami is a good degree. It's where I
Where
want
did
to
he
be,
transfer
and
to?
then we'll do that.
I'm Googling that right now.
It was
Let's
Texas Tech,
see
maybe?
here. North
something
Texas.
like that.
North
North
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah,
Yep.
there you go. North Texas.
That'd be good
He
for
does
him.
North Texas.
Yeah, they throw the ball like crazy.
Yeah, they do. He throws for 5,000 yards. Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
saying.
And we play SMU next year, right?
Yeah, we do with Tyler quarterback. That'll be fun.
Tyler's not going to be playing
With-
yet.
Yeah, he's still coming off an injury, and Jennings is
Jennings
that
is the
dude.
starter.
I
and
know, I know.
Tyler's still
I
going to
know.
be hurt.
I know.
But it's a fun storyline.
It is a
It's
fun story. Yeah.
But
Fun to be a Canes fan.
if he's healthy, Jennings is not healthy, or something happens,
Sure.
Tyler Van Dyke against the University of
What's
Miami
it?
throws
What
for
week is that?
6,000 yards.
What
Book
week
it.
is that?
I don't know,
Over
but I know
under
that is
6,000.
the crew that I went to the Louisville game. That is our choice for a road game this year to go to Dallas, SMU.
I'll be in
So,
Dallas this year.
Good steaks and
Ooh, I'm gonna have to
yeah,
get up a
right.
steak
I
when I'm
mean,
in
like it's a
Dallas.
good road trip. Dallas is a fun little city,
Yeah,
especially
let's go.
if you're fat and like food,
Mm-hmm.
Everybody likes food. Who
especially
doesn't
red
like
meat.
food? Oh, not everybody likes red meat,
Yeah,
but
I do.
we like food. I do too. The steak.
Well, listen, we're talking about Luke. I mean, he's getting
It's at the end of
accolades.
the season.
Yeah. Oh, is it
Second to
good?
last game.
Oof.
Tyler could be back. Tyler was out third week of the season. He could be back in plenty of time for that.
Oh my.
I think going back into time, I wonder if he would have just knowing what he knows now. Of course, I think he would have made
Gone
the
there
move to
last year?
SMU. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he probably would have been the starter there first. So
Jennings didn't
took the
start the
bag in
season as a
Wisconsin.
starter.
no, he didn't. No, he did not. No, he
So,
did not.
Hey,
And they got a good quarterback coach out there too. They got
They
somebody
do?
on staff. Yeah, the Eric
They
King,
do.
Ferrari with feet.
That's it. That's
I was
pretty
always a big
cool.
fan of that
Look, the whole the band's back together, man.
It was
Yeah,
funny
right?
too because when I was watching, somebody asked me, and I was like, "Will he play in the NFL?" And I just said no. It
Who?
was one of those things. He's a great college. I had this vibes like
De'Aaron
this.
King.
Yeah, De'Aaron King. I
Yeah.
never gave him like a high NFL grade. I was like, because of his heart and his stat, but and it's tough for those smaller quarterbacks. Like, Kyler Murray is just a freak, and he's so much more of a freak athlete than De'Aaron King was with his feet and stuff like that. And it wasn't like De'Aaron had like the best arm. He was the most accurate. He was a dynamic playmaker, could do things. And in the right system, he ate. Obviously, he had 50 touchdowns, and that's what brought him over here to the University of Miami. But and never that. Cam Ward, though, as soon as I saw this kid, I was like, this kid's a first-round pick, top 5, all day. All day.
Number one, baby.
Number one overall. He's
He's in Tennessee.
he's the
That's
Vegas odds right
unfortunate.
now. He's leading it. He's leading the chart. There's some guys that don't. You saw some of the chatter about Shador Sanders that they don't. A lot of scouts don't even have a first round grade on the guy.
I
I
know.
don't believe
And
this.
I've kind of been. I'm going to be honest.
Dude?
If I'm being honest, I don't even think it's close between Cam Ward and Shador Sanders. Not even close. If I'm an NFL GM, I don't even think it's close.
I want
That's
Cam Ward
just
to go
me.
to the Browns.
Yeah.
Last time the Browns were good was because they had a Miami quarterback.
It's true.
Bernie's still a king in that town. It'd be phenomenal. It'd be such another Canes quarterback resurrects the Browns. It'd be awesome. Such a great
Worst logo in
he
sports.
gets
Don't you can't don't it's such a terrible city. Don't send him there.
Yeah.
Nashville.
That's
Nashville?
better than
Purgatory.
Yeah.
Titans. Oh,
Nashville's fun though.
well, sure, but the football team is purgatory.
No, not really.
I mean,
I'd rather have go to
they
New
can-
York.
Tennessee.
Go to the
oh,
Giants.
No. The Titans can
Tennessee
the
was
Titans
threatening
have
when they
cool
had
uniforms.
Henry
You
and
feel as
Tannehill.
though they have a chance to be successful. You do.
Do they?
You do.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
seems like they have
Yeah.
a lot of holes, man. Like a lot
Yeah.
of holes.
Yeah.
The same
Well-
to McNair Titans.
They were
Good
like
Jeff
a yard
Fisher.
away from winning
Yeah,
it.
I
They
know.
were a yard away
They
from
were.
winning it.
I remember watching that Super Bowl at the America's Backyard.
Yeah.
Downtown Lauderdale.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Friends?
Speaking of the Browns, our old quarterback got fired.
Oh yeah, he did.
He's coming
Bring him
back.
down to
He's
the
gonna be an
University of Miami.
analyst.
Yeah, no, bring him as a quarterback coach.
Analyst,
Do
QB
something.
coach.
Oh, all day, all day. I would say
He's
with
got
Emory,
to be
we're
tired
7-5. We're 7-5 with Emory Williams as a starter. But if you bring Ken Dorsey home as a
8-4.
quarterback coach, 8-4. He's still my thunder. He's good enough for one more win today.
One more win.
I promise.
He's got to be tired of getting fired every year in the NFL.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like Dr. Seuss over here.
I would love for him to come on staff because
Bring
then
him
if
back.
Dawson
Let him
if
hang out for a
Dawson
little
leaves,
bit.
then you have your OC in waiting because it's not like Ken can't call offense here at Miami. So he'll learn some fun concepts and things from Shannon, and then you bring Ken Dorsey home all day long.
And as an analyst and a QB coach, he doesn't have to recruit.
No,
There you go.
yeah, he doesn't need to
You're
recruit
perfect.
anybody.
It'd be perfect.
I mean,
for
the
him.
portal. Like, what do you do? I mean, Ken Dorsey's the kind of dude that he just sits back and chills and lets the portal QB pick him. That's his recruiting pitch. It's Ken Dorsey. I'll be your quarterback coach. You see what I've done with guys in the NFL? He doesn't have. That's his recruiting pitch. I'm not going to recruit no high school dude. Get out
All
of
he
here.
has to do is show Cam Newton film before he was the QB coach and Cam Newton film after he was the QB coach.
He gets anybody he wants for the right price too.
He gets
That's the other
any
thing,
portal
too.
guy he wants every year.
All right, let's
And does
talk about our people. Start with the one on Scoopy's head.
Hey ho, Bange.
Dang, staples of the South Florida community. You know the number. We all know the number. It's 981 Roof, 954-561-305. It does not matter. Here on the Orange Bowl Boys, we have coined a term, and you know the term. It's blue tarp season. We never really defined exactly when blue tarp season happens because we have a hurricane season. We know when that starts. We know when that ends. But blue tarp season is all season long because South Florida, it rains. But we got you covered. It's like an umbrella for over your head. It's an umbrella of comfort. And you know what the umbrella is called? It's called Paul. What do you do,
Hey,
Scoop?
Give me a call.
Yeah, you give Paul a call. Paul Bange Roofing, 981 Roof. Bange.
MiamiHTS.com is the official Miami Hurricane team store. Whether you go down to Coral Gables or go to the website, you can just use promo code OBB24 and you'll be able to get 20% off whatever you purchase, whether it is online or in. And listen, this is to the school, so this goes towards the NI. This is exactly all the money goes into the program. So it's good for you. Additionally, promo code OBB will get you 20% off at manscaped.com. So testicles feeling a little iffy, need to get them tightened up a little bit, a little trimmer. So you want to put a little lotion on the taint area? There you go. Manscaped's got you covered. Promo code OBB.
The taint area.
Beatingthebookie.com is where you get your
Taint it
packages.
grand. Taint it
Yeah.
grand.
Taint it.
Taint it
Taint
grand.
it. Taint it. And
I see a
And
red
let's see,
door and I
tomorrow
want to
morning
taint
is
it black.
Wednesday?
You got to get early. It's going to drop early. Get the Sony package.
yeah, the Sony package is out. I told you guys
Unit play.
PGA is back. And the Sony is first up out in Wailea
Mhm.
in Hawaii. Novak out there to start his first tournament of the year. It's good times. Very, very good times. So go get your golf packages. You've got plays for this weekend. Soccer's killing it. NHL, college hoops. It's rolling.
Those of you that got the NFL package, he does future bets at the beginning of the season, and you won 15 units because he had you put a unit on Joe Burrow winning the passing title in terms of yards. And he did.
It was great.
It was
There you go.
15-1. There you
At
go.
Beating the Bookie, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Get all your free plays. Get your follows. Beatingthebookie.com. Get your packages. Buy it up, boys, girls.
The
Mean.
basketball
Even
team
man,
got
he's
destroyed
mean.
again by FSU.
What?
Yeah.
Coach L retired. We even talked about any of that? We really
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, we did.
Last week.
It was
Yeah.
it chalk up another one. I mean, that transfer portal just I mean, you would figure after hitting the final four, he would hit a stride, keep running, he would have but it's just the portal won't let you. The portal won't let you.
Well, all right. So let's go ahead. We got college football playoff going on. We got the Final Four. The only SEC team is Texas, which is really a Big 12 team. So the SEC pretty much gets shut out of this bad boy. How are you guys liking the format so far? How do you like the whole playoffs? And how are you looking forward to the Final Four?
mean, I like it. I mean, I felt the playoffs. I think the first round unjustifiably took a lot of flack because people were still salty over some teams that were in versus some teams were out. Now the playoffs
You need
got
4 more
a gift.
teams.
The playoffs got a gift because the teams that complained the most, Alabama being the prime offender, lost in their bowl game. So I think it kind of gave a little bit of bona fide interest back to the playoffs to say, like, listen, they weren't deserving too. This is what happens. All the home teams won, right? Which kind of changed my perspective a little bit too, because it was like, hey, you got Tennessee, they were world beaters, but you go up in the cold in Columbus, it's hard to win on the road. And I was like, yeah, that's more like NFL-esque, right? It's hard for those teams to win. Like the Dolphins haven't been able to win in anything sub, 40 degrees in like forever. So then Notre Dame starts to pick up. Ohio State looks like world beaters. You got some heavyweight matchups. Ohio State goes and beats Oregon. That was fun. Now they got to turn around and play Texas. And then I think it's good. I really do. I've enjoyed it because you get a lot of heavyweight bouts, right? That you normally wouldn't do in the 14 playoff. You think about Ohio State's road to win it all. If they do, they would have had to beat Tennessee. They turn around and beat the number 1 team in the country who was undefeated, Oregon. They got to turn around and beat Texas, and they probably got to turn around and either beat Notre Dame and Penn State, which is probably the easiest of the 4 at that point, if we're going to be honest. But literally, those are the 4 teams, and you get to enjoy every one of those heavyweight bouts. I'm for it. I think it's been cool.
Yeah, I'm all in. I think they need 4 more teams. I think the buys is a bunch of hooey.
Yeah, I got you.
If you're gonna go that route and you've already gotten 12, 8 would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
But you put 12 with a buy, and the buys are completely unjust. There's no reason for them. They're totally useless. So at this point, you give another 4 teams. You have 16, and you've got games all the way through. And that's how Division II. It's always been 16 teams.
Yep.
It's the perfect amount of teams. I don't know why we have to go and yuck everything up because we want to act like we're smarter than everybody else. I just don't get it.
17 to win it all now. If you're going to play a conference championship to do it, and some of these
I think
teams
you
had
might
to
get
do
rid
it.
of the conference championship.
Well, somebody mentioned that. They're like, I think
Go
it
to
was James
16,
Franklin.
get rid of the
James
conference
Franklin was
championship.
like, no offense to Notre Dame, but and as soon as he said that, no offense to Notre Dame, you know what was going to happen. It was going to be an offense to Notre Dame.
It makes sense.
Right.
It makes sense. But I would go with that because none of the conference
never gonna
champions won their
But they're
first
never
game
going
either.
to get rid of that either because it's money. It's revenue for the schools. They're not going to get rid of it for the teams that get in there and then they revenue share it. They're not going to get rid of their
Yeah,
conference.
but those teams are going to be in the playoffs anyways.
Right.
I mean,
Which makes sense, but they're. I mean, if the gravy has gravy on the gravy train, they're going to still lick the gravy off the sides. I mean, that's just greed. I mean, it's just what it is. I know it's disgusting, but
horrifying. Like, what kind of
they're
gravy?
not going to give up that money.
Beef gravy or like a white gravy?
That's gross.
I don't know the beef gravy. The beef gravy is good,
But not like the biscuits and gravy
on the beef. Well,
No.
out of all the gravies, that's my least favorite. Being
Really?
honest, biscuits and gravy. Yeah, no.
You don't like sausage gravy?
Sausage gravy?
That's
On
not-
biscuits
that's
and gravy,
on
no.
biscuits,
You know what I
man.
do with my biscuits? You know what I do with my biscuits? I
Butter?
put jelly in them.
You
Nope,
butter your
jelly.
biscuits?
Oh, jelly.
Jelly.
Yeah.
You toast
jelly.
your buns?
I butter my toast.
Oh. Sure you do.
So my only change would be I'm for the losing the buys and I would reseed. I think I think the way they had the seeding was an absolute mess.
Yeah,
So
you
I
do
would-
16 and it's
reseed,
completely
yeah.
lottery based. You have
Right.
no idea. You're playing them. You're playing them.
Well, if you're
Just
doing
doesn't
16, then
matter.
one plays 16, two plays 50. Like that's the way it goes. It's like the NCAA tournament bracket.
Yeah.
I'm down for
I
that.
agree.
Yeah.
I think add 4 more at this point. Get rid of the buys. You're right because that didn't make sense. Why Boise State had a buy.
Well,
Let's
and
be
it's the
honest.
whole thing is that like these teams have already had 3 weeks off, and then one of them gets 4 weeks off, and so it was a disadvantage having the bye because the other team came in fresher because they had just played. So it was. I mean, I get what they were thinking. You get an advantage, but bro, they've already had a month off. You don't need any more. Of an
Yeah, but at this
advantage.
time of the year, too,
You know.
football's a violent game. You're going to run into it. I mean, Georgia lost their quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They lost their starting car, and it affected them. Right? They turn around and they lose the following week to Notre Dame. So
well, all the home all those top 4 went out. Look who we got left.
Yeah. Yep.
Texas is the top seed at number 5.
Yeah.
So
which benefited the playoffs because the seeds, and that's what you know, right? The seeds don't really matter. I mean, they do, but they don't because like hockey, what's hockey always been about? It doesn't matter. One place, it's whoever has the hottest goalie, right? You come in there, you had 1 versus 12 buys, this team's complaining they didn't get in, and The team that just lost was Ohio State. They never would have gotten in a 14 playoff. They look like nothing. Like Scoop said, they could beat the Minnesota Vikings. That's how good they look. And they could end up taking it all because they were the hottest team at the hottest point. And that's literally what it was. Because they were ground zero. They were ground zero, and they were about to fire the fake beard like prior to this. And he might pull it off, and he'll be okay with a 20 million payroll at NIL.
They went all in, and we knew they went all in the offseason. Like it was a 20 million plus payroll. So yeah,
that was a boss move. That was a boss move. Yeah. You saw where Al Golden's name was linked to?
Yes.
Where?
Clemson.
Would that not be ironic?
He is now the top choice to be the Clemson DC.
Wow.
They fired him. They got him fired. After 50
Why would you leave Notre Dame to go to Clemson?
Right? Why would you? Notre Dame will have him be the highest paid DC in the country.
I just don't.
He's got to just be leveraging that for money. There's no
100%.
way he goes to Clemson for
no way.
sake.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean,
why?
unless Clemson's all in, because they could probably double his
Freeman
salary.
just leaves him alone on the defensive side. He is like CEO of the defense.
Al Golden. This is true. Al Golden is now going to make more money as a defensive coordinator than he did as a head coach at the University of Miami, by far.
Mm-hmm. I think
he was like 2.5 or something like that, and then maybe we gave him a raise to 4. That guy's going to make about $4.5 million this year as a
Good
defense.
for him.
But why, honestly, though, why would you leave Notre Dame to go to Clemson?
You wouldn't. This is
I just think it would be ironic. They got him fired.
I know, but like there's no. But I'm trying to ask: is there a valid reason for anyone to leave Notre Dame DC in that situation where they are currently, with Freeman getting an extension, locking it up? Why would you go play for Dabo?
Talent's the only thing. I mean, Dabo's going to be able to get more talent at Clemson per capita than Notre Dame will.
You know who he should go to. You know who should back up the truck for him to be their DC.
Penn State.
FSU.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, could you imagine that? We'd lose every year.
Malzahn on offense, Golden on defense.
The early 2000s call. They want their coordinators back. My goodness. Hey, good for Al.
Golden. The most sought-after DC in the country.
Right? We keep saying that, like, good for Al, good for Al. I would say probably 95% of the University of Miami fan base, that would be a good polling question, is actually saying that. Good for Al.
Yes.
Like, nobody holds
disliked him.
Oh.
It's D'Onofrio took, I would say, everybody would be like, F that guy.
Did you guys see the D'Onofrio letters? Like the letters he wrote to Major Applewhite or whatever, like when he was like,
yeah, when he was pitching for that job, and sending videos.
What?
Oh my goodness! God. Yeah, I saw those. Those were awkward, cringe. You know me with cringe TV. You know me with cringe TV.
What did I miss?
So I watched this for like about 10 seconds. I was like, I cannot watch this.
So is he on staff now at UCF?
I don't.
No, he was at Stanford. He's at
UCF hire him?
Hiring him. They hired him.
UCF is?
Yeah.
Oh my God. As what?
So when Major Applewhite was head coach at wherever, he was going to hire. D'Onofrio was interviewing for a gig.
Houston.
Houston. And then after
he was the DC
gig, he wrote this letter to Major Applewhite. And oh my God, Scoop, it is
cringe.
It's cringe, bro.
Bad.
Like he's just everything you do is perfect, and I love your vision.
No.
Oh God.
Oh no.
So bad.
Yeah, terrible.
I don't know who was sharing on social media last week, but oh my God.
Oh, that's no good.
Oh, it was oof.
It's really not good.
What did UCF hire him as?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, because when he was here, he didn't even have a secondary. He played them so far off, they were the tertiary. He was like, I'm going to have the defensive end and a tertiary because those guys are going to be 45 yards back.
D'Onofrio and Vincent D'Onofrio pops up. God damn it.
Yeah, because he's the man. Dude, has there been an actor who has as much range as D'Onofrio? Like right? That dude, he's done everything. He's like been serious. He's been quirky. He's been kind of funny in Men in Black. You know, it's crazy.
This says he's
range.
Still the inside linebacker coach for Stanford.
Yeah, I didn't hear the thing he got.
Yeah, he was talking.
Maybe he was talking to them.
Current position. Defensive assistant for UCF.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
defensive assistant
on Wikipedia. That's official.
Yes.
So he was
All right.
inside linebackers coach at Wisconsin in 2022 and then Stanford the last 2 years. And now he's a defensive assistant. Isn't that a demotion?
Wisconsin.
So
Pretty
he went from
much.
an inside linebacker.
He's lucky to be employed. What does it matter?
God damn, we didn't.
He's
play-
got to
we would've
hate
seen
Al
him.
Golden.
If D'Onofrio was the DC at the same time as Josh Gaddis, every game would be like 48-6. 52-10.
How much
Like
does he
every
hate?
game.
How much does he hate Al Golden right now?
How can he hate Al Golden?
That
D'Onofrio?
was his best
Dude,
man
the
in his
dude,
wedding.
like, half
He's
his
the best
career is
man in
thanks
his
to
Yeah, but I
wedding.
don't. But I don't. I
And is it
had
true
heard
that-
that they don't get along.
Yeah, they don't talk anymore.
Right.
We don't
That's
talk
what I had heard.
anymore.
Well, because
don't talk
D'Onofrio cost
anymore.
Golden his dream job.
I know,
Yeah,
but
Penn State.
now Golden is the best DC in the country, and D'Onofrio had the gig, went from an inside linebackers coach coaching one kid.
You know,
To being a defensive
Golden's just
assistant.
texting him like every Saturday, like, this is how it's done.
100%. Don't you wish you could do this?
Yeah, right.
I gave you every opportunity to be like me.
Yeah. He would have left us eventually, Golden, if he got the ship right. He wasn't a lifer here. He was using this to springboard. I mean, if given the opportunity, he would have went back to Penn State. Just like he would have Mario'd us just in a different uniform. Mario Oregon. And you heard those rumors that their boy at Oregon, he's looking at the Chicago job, so that doesn't look like that's a
Did you see
long-term
who's
fit for them.
you see who's interviewing for Chicago?
Pete Carroll.
No, yes, but no.
Who?
Your other boyfriend.
My other boyfriend?
Yeah.
Matt Campbell?
Yeah.
Matt Campbell?
Yeah.
Oh my
there we
goodness.
go.
He's gonna make the league. Hey, for somebody like that makes total sense, dude. Because like that kind of school with the portal, you don't have
He
to
just
recruit.
beat Miami.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but
His last
Did he?
win will be against Miami.
Who doesn't?
which is perfect, but it was Cam Ward.
Who doesn't in a bowl game?
Right?
You did it with Emory Williams, which was basically like telling Cam Ward to throw left-handed. That's how you beat Miami.
Quit pass shaming him.
Pass shaming.
that was arm shaming.
Mhm.
He Spencer Whippled it.
Oh, Spencer Whipple.
Oh my goodness, that's a name drop.
All
I
right.
will. I'll always remember Ja'Cory
Diving
saying
him out
how,
on the interview.
how Mark said it doesn't matter to throw it in triple coverage. I don't care how many people are back there.
Yeah, just throw it to Trav. Travis
He's like,
Benjamin's
well, there's
back
three
there.
guys back there. I don't care. Throw it anyway.
Which I almost want to say that he never said that, but I'm fine with it because it's a good story. It's a good story.
I'm going with him throwing Whipple under the bus all day.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
All right, we got 5 questions or anything else you want to talk about?
Around the sport of college football? No, I'm good. We could go
Okay.
right over to 5
No.
questions.
I need to go to bed. Let's do 5
Okay.
questions.
Let's do 5 questions, baby.
5 questions. Okay.
There you go.
What are you doing to reduce stress?
Oh my God.
Oh.
I wish somebody give me an idea.
All right. So I'm taking this shit called Calm.
I tried to take that. Doesn't work.
I don't
It didn't
come
work
close
for
to
you?
taking
Oh my
that.
God, bro. It works for
Oh,
me.
calm. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You guys are sick freaks. All right, never mind. So it's calming you down?
Yeah, it's just a little stuff the Jen got. Yeah, a little natural thing. And I just use, it just boom, calms
you
you down. I'm sleeping through the night like beautifully. I'm loving it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I
I
should
mean, I've
try
been-
it again.
I've
Maybe
said
you
it a
should.
couple times, but it's just I come back to work. I put on my full gear. I put like a pack on. I used to like do like CrossFit workouts, but you kind of get a little older, put a little bit more traction on your body. Tread on my tires isn't the way it used to be.
Mhm.
But I go for like just long marches now, like 2.5, 3 miles, and I just go. People are always trying to pick me up. Are you lost? I'm like, no, I'm not lost. It's just a random firefighter running through a park. People doing U-turns to try to pick me up. But no, it's calmed me down. I've thought about, when I get my 3 keys to the game, because you're like, where are you thinking of these things? Usually when I do that, I've come up with some pretty cool things. Calms me down. Really does. Really does. That's what I've been doing to reduce stress. And Scoop needs an idea. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried. I don't know.
What is the strangest place you've explored?
Like on someone's body or like in general?
I got a
Just
really good one.
you
here.
could take whatever
I got a
angle you
good
want
one.
in that.
The
All right, what do you
strangest
got?
place
Oh,
I've ever
yeah.
explored. You want to know what it is?
Yeah.
What?
Rose Head.
It's a random minefield. I'll tell you
that is
that
a
much.
weird fucking place, bro.
But he follows quite well. It's very rare that you get somebody to follow every line and connect the dots to the point where when I'm not making sense in my mind, he's like, "This is what you meant." I'm like, "Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right." You know, Toasty.
Oh man, what's the question again?
What is the strangest place you've explored?
Strangest place I've explored. Man,
Pennies.
you know what?
I'm back.
He's back.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh damn.
Boy, oh boy. We can all say amen to that.
There's a reason they call it strange.
Oh boy.
Oh Jesus. Beautiful.
All right. Well, that's the answer right there. That
Question number 3.
question number 3. What would you like to have another shot at?
Play it again.
Pennies.
Penny. Hey, question number 4. I got a couple backup questions. That's fine. Pennies is the answer for 2 and 3. Oh my goodness. All right. Whatever question it is, I got a couple more. What is a dumb rumor you've heard about yourself?
Oh,
Mm.
I don't know.
I'll tell you.
wanna know.
I'll go first. I heard a dumb rumor about me that I was in the CIA.
That's a good one.
Wait a second. You mean you're really not in the CIA? Yes, buddy. I'm not in the CIA. Never was in the CIA.
I don't know.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, like I don't know. It probably isn't a good rumor.
Well, that's the point of it.
100%.
I don't know.
All the years you worked in radio, you never heard a weird rumor about yourself, Toast?
I didn't, which is pretty fucking concerning. Which means there must be a lot.
Oh,
Or
you
did
just
people
talked behind your
really
back, I
like me?
guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
That's
hit
what
it
it
pretty
is.
well, huh, Jenners?
Yeah. Just the back talking was very good.
I don't.
I
have
heard
an
there was
answer
a
for
rumor
this.
you were going over to the shark, buddy.
It was. It did. It came true. Yeah,
There
that was
you
a
go.
rumor. There you go.
There you go. All right.
Come on, Scoop.
I don't have one.
All right.
Scoop's got that look in his face. All right. Now we're gonna go on to like recent political events, and we're gonna
I
apply
heard a
them.
rumor you were being nasty putting up Christmas decorations.
Hey,
she shut off your internet, bro.
Here's true story.
Yeah.
They're still coming down.
They're not here yet.
Still
We are.
coming.
We are what?
Penn
No.
State?
No. The shoot was done. The
Mhm.
decorations are still coming down.
Oh my god.
We're almost done.
Almost.
Oh my
This
goodness.
weekend it'll finish up.
Yeah, I've had like 7 trips to storage.
But what's
Oh
but
my
what's
goodness.
next? What's next? Like she's
Oh, you're
year
done till
round with this.
Halloween, right?
What's the next biggest one on it? Is Valentine's is
She doesn't like. We don't really. Not too much.
And no Easter.
Some.
all right. Easter?
right.
He dresses up like the bunny. You've seen
Yeah.
him.
Oh
The
yeah.
bunny outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hide the eggs.
Maven gets so pissed.
Oh, does she?
Oh my god.
She didn't like you as the bunny.
I've never told her it's me.
Oh.
She goes, I know it's you. Every year you
She
come.
doesn't-
Every year the bunny comes. You're never home. She's like, and I saw your head under the head. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Like I've never admitted it. Like she knows that I know that she knows.
Mm-hmm.
But see,
But
this
I've
is
never
what you do.
officially
This-
admitted it's hysterical.
Nice.
You have to get somebody with your stature to play the part of that, and then
100%.
walk in the house.
Yes.
It's not me or Toast.
No.
Yes. I already told Steph at some point, either this year or next year, whatever is, we have to get somebody else to play the bunny.
Mhm.
Yeah.
so I can be at the house and
Let's go on the
will
Orange Bowl Boys account
lose
right now. Who wants
her-
to play Scoops Bunny?
She will lose her shit.
You got to be able to fit in a
She's
Lululemon.
gonna be so mad, dude.
Yeah,
Just put out your sizes.
yeah.
We just
you
need
gotta be
somebody
able-
to
you
fit
gotta
this
be able
thing.
to fit into
We will
medium
Venmo you
Lululemon
$100 and pay for gas.
Mhm.
And I'm sure there's a couple gift cards laying around from Christmas we can send your way. They were up to $100 in Venmo,
So
pay
good.
for your gas, and like a Chili's gift card. Just to play Scoops Rabbit.
So wait a minute, you're gonna put on social media that you want someone to dress like a rabbit for $100? How do you think this is gonna go?
Hey, I do it for
House
free.
and come to your house.
Yeah, he does it for free. Hey, come to your house. We got to vet him a little bit. Because if
Yeah,
it's like Miami
exactly.
Mando
Yeah,
or
no,
something,
that-
with
oh my
Mando
gosh.
looks like he's your size. He can pull it off. All right.
Jenners,
If you got
all right.
a presidential-
You got to scratch all this from the show.
Oh, gosh.
Oh no,
Oh,
that's not good.
oh,
Oh no, this is not good.
No, she can't listen this week.
Yeah, it's just make sure when she listens to this part, you just
No, I'm not
blast
talking about
over.
she doesn't listen.
Oh,
I just don't need people coming to my house.
well, they don't know where you live yet.
Somebody's gonna reach out personally, but it'd be amazing. We're like,
Yeah.
we were kind of kidding.
Yeah.
What's your size though?
Yeah, right.
If you got a presidential pardon for all future crimes, what's going to be the first crime you commit?
Ooh,
Oh.
that's terrible.
I mean, I'm gonna have to, right? You got to kill somebody, right? I mean, some bad person. You just got to take him out, like a Kim
I
Jong
mean-
Un or whatever. Like you're right. Yeah, you kill somebody. Yeah.
You probably should black this part out too. Jenners.
Go through
You've been
editing to
pardoned,
do
don't
all
you
of a
just
sudden.
go with
Yeah.
don't you just go with the top thing? If you can get away with it, if you can get away with all of it, like don't you just go with the top thing on the list?
Yeah, but it wasn't
I was
murder.
thinking about like stealing some stuff.
Yeah, me
Well, you're
too.
stealing someone's life.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's doubling down.
He's
got
doubling
dark.
down. He's doubling down.
I just
Sorry,
good.
Kim Jong
Go for
Un.
the
Wait.
gusto, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. I was
Listen, people have been spreading rumors about me, bro. I'm getting back.
Ah, there you go. There you go. What would you steal?
something with a lot of money, worth a lot of money. I don't know.
Like a jewel.
How about a
Like
franchise?
heist. It'd be like
How about
a
I just steal the Miami Heat right from the Arisons. There's nothing they can do. Like just some corporate takeover that's completely illegal. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the Dolphins. There you go. I'll be the savior of Miami. I'll just steal it from them. Fire a couple guys.
Chris
I would wonder.
Gear's been stealing there.
Get
for
rid of a
years.
quarterback that's like made of glass. You kidding me? I come in there, fire Greer, and I immediately trade for Cam Ward. I'll be the hero of Miami. I could sell the team right after that and make my money and
could.
walk out.
Mhm.
There you go. I'm gonna steal the Dolphins.
You double it up.
Yeah, easy. Easy.
Hmm.
Easy
All right.
fix.
Okay.
That's it.
What you stealing?
I wasn't thinking that big. Although I'd be pardoned, right?
Yeah. Go big, man.
He's committing murder. I'm stealing the Dolphins.
Do I get to
Yeah.
keep it?
Sure.
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna steal a G650.
All right.
Okay.
It's an airplane.
Mhm.
I know. It's a
Gulfstream?
G6 something
Yeah.
like yeah, I know the song.
How was
Yeah,
that
yeah.
seat?
16-ish.
Okay.
But
Customized.
if you stole a
like,
franchise, you
customized
can own you
interior?
can own a G6. You can easily. Like
How do you
it's not
steal a
big deal.
G6?
Yeah, you just
Well, you're a
steal it.
pilot. You could just fly it away.
That's what
Where
I'm
you gonna
saying.
keep
If
it?
You gotta get like a house with a land. Central Floor with the little house with
I
the
could.
land.
I could even
Well,
go.
they got a bunch
it
of
in
those.
Palm Beach.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
like
but
next
yeah,
to
they got in
Travolta.
Palm Beach. But can you land a G6 on them? Like they have like the little prop plane air. Like
yeah.
I
Travolta's
don't
got
think
a-
you're
like a
landing that on the Aero Club.
Yeah, Travolta's got one. So that's up in Palm Beach.
Mm-hmm.
And he lands his G6 up in Palm Beach.
He doesn't have something that
He's got like a
big, but
DC-7 or something.
He's got something. I
Yeah.
don't know what he's got.
There's that whole plane park up there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. One of my neighbors from here moved up there, bought a place up there. They were both charter pilots. They flew. I don't know if they flew Gulfstreams or Lears.
Somebody said, "Hey, let's pay homage because it was his birthday. Let's pay homage to the greatest actor of all time, Nicolas Cage." And it was John Travolta in Face Off. Well, I got the reference. I got the reference. Pastor
Oh.
Troy.
All right. What do we want to name this thing?
God.
Oof.
Yeah,
I missed
have
the
no
whole
idea.
middle of the show, but I wrote down
Yeah.
who wants to be Scoop's bunny.
Beautiful. All I had was taint area.
Clearly, I missed that moment.
I
Oh,
said
God.
taints that grand.
Mhm.
Ain't taint grand. Ain't life grand.
Mhm.
I kind of like the Scoops Bunny thing. So, who wants
Yeah.
to be Scoops Bunny?
Wants to be Scoops Bunny. I love it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, heavens.
Uh,
All right.
Oh boy.
Well, that is a show, boys and girls.
Jenner's back just in time.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, hey, what are we looking at, Jenna? Do we have any update in terms of any possible interviews coming up?
Yeah, we do. I've just been off the map this week, but
No, I got you.
Carrie's had a lot of stuff coming
Okay,
down.
cool. All right.
So yeah, we'll have some stuff coming up the next couple weeks.
Very nice. All right. Then
off-season champs.
Fantastic.
Open up the OBB lounge.
Fantastic.
as always, go Canes.
Yo.
Bange.